Ever feel like your English is pretty good on paper, but the second a native speaker talks to you in real life, it sounds like absolute gibberish?
Oh, man, that is such a common feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it is incredibly frustrating. Well, for so many people. I mean, you study for years.
Right.
As you
Yes.
read the books, you know every single word on the page, but then a native speaker opens their mouth and they seem to speak so fast that your mind just goes totally blank.
Yeah, you completely freeze.
Exactly.
You know the vocabulary, but you can't understand the words when they're actually spoken out loud. So today, our mission in this deep dive is to understand exactly why spoken English sounds so confusing.
Yes?
We're looking at a very clear, targeted guide today, and our goal is to break down exactly what native speakers are doing step by step,
Hmm.
and we want to show you exactly how to fix this problem, so you start freezing up.
And we are going to start right away with a very big secret. This is this is the core idea from our source material today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Native speakers are not actually talking too fast.
Wait, really? Because, it definitely feels like they're just racing through the sentence.
Oh, it completely feels that way, yes.
Right.
But speed isn't the real problem. They're doing something else, something actually super simple. They gluing their words
Are
together.
they gluing their words together?
Yeah,
Okay, let's unpack this. Because if speed isn't the real problem, we need to understand what this glue actually sounds like.
right. So in language, this process is called linking. When native speakers talk in casual everyday life, they do not speak word by word.
Right, they don't sound like robots.
Exactly. They don't put a clean, quiet space between every single word. Instead, they merge two or even three completely different words into one single continuous sound.
So the words actually stick together physically in the mouth.
Exactly. And that is exactly why your ears get tricked. Your brain is waiting for three separate words with spaces in between,
Right.
but your ear only hears one long, unbroken sound.
Okay, to help picture this, let's imagine a train.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, think of a train moving down the tracks. If the train cars aren't connected to each other, you would see three separate boxes moving down the track.
Right.
One box, a space, a second box, a space, a third box, and that is how we read paper English.
Yes, very separate.
But real trains don't work like that. The boxes are hooked together, they are tightly linked, they move down the track as one long, solid piece.
That is a perfect visual.
Well,
Words in real-life spoken English are just like the cars on that train. They hook together. But let's upgrade that image for just a second.
okay.
Think about writing on a piece of paper. Paper English is like a robot printing a barcode, line by line. You lift the pen every single time.
Right, very mechanical.
Yes. But spoken English, it's like a messy cursive signature. The pen never lifts off the paper. The end of one letter flows directly into the start of the next letter. The sound, it never stops flowing.
Wow, okay.
So let's look at a super simple example from the guide to hear how this sounds. Three very basic words.
Right.
Check it out.
Okay, check it out. Three simple words. I can see the spaces between them in my head.
Right. But when people talk casually, they don't lift the pen. They don't say, check it out. They use that vocal glue.
The glue.
Right. They link the sounds to keep the breath moving. So the hard letter K sound at the end of the word check glues directly onto the beginning vowel sound of the word it.
So the K sound physically sticks to the I sound.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the letter T sound at the end of the word, it glues directly onto the beginning vowel sound of the word out. Everything hooks together so the speaker doesn't have to stop their breath.
Okay, I really want to practice this very, very slowly.
Let's do it.
We need to sound out these syllables together so the listeners can really feel it in their own mouths. So it goes from check it out to check it out.
Listen to that again very carefully. Check it out.
Let me try breaking that down even slower.
Go for it.
Check, I, tout.
Good. Say it again.
Check, I, tout.
Yeah. Check, I, tout. It sounds like one long, weird word, doesn't it?
Hey. It really does. Check it out. It's like the T from the word. It literally becomes the first letter of the word out.
Exactly.
Toot.
Check it out.
That is exactly what happens mechanically. The sound flows without the tongue ever stopping the breath. That is the basic rule of gluing words together.
Okay, so I check it out because those specific sounds just smoothly bumped into each other.
Right.
But what happens if the sounds physically clash? Like if I have to move my mouth awkwardly from one consonant to a vowel, does the glue still work?
This is a great question. And it's where things get really interesting. Let's look at what happens when a letter completely jumps over to the next word.
Jumps over.
Yeah, it doesn't just link, it physically jumps over the space, and it completely changes how the beginning of that next word sounds.
Oh, wow. This sounds like a trap for anyone learning English.
It absolutely is. It is a very common trick in spoken English. Our source gives a great example for this. Think of the phrase, hold on a second.
Hold on. A key. Second. 4 words.
What? But nobody actually says it like that in real life.
Nobody says, hold on a second.
Because that would require stopping your breath 4 times.
Exactly. It takes way too much energy. So the D sound at the very end of the word hold doesn't stay with the word hold.
Okay.
It jumps completely over the space. It lands directly onto the front of the word on.
Wait, let me stop you right there.
Sure.
If the letter D jumps over to the next word, doesn't that make the word on sound exactly like dawn?
Yes, it absolutely does.
Oh my gosh, no wonder my brain gets so confused.
I know, right?
It's so obvious once you point it out. I mean, I've been blaming my vocabulary this whole time, but my brain was just looking for the wrong starting letter.
Exactly.
I'm listening very carefully for the word on. My brain is waiting for an O sound.
Yeah.
But instead, my ear hears dawn. I'm frantically searching my mental dictionary for the word dawn, and it makes no sense in this sentence.
That is exactly why it tricks the ear. You were explaining the auditory illusion perfectly. You were waiting for a sound that never comes.
Yeah.
Your mental filing cabinet is looking up the wrong letter. Let's practice this slow pronunciation so we can really hear the jump.
Okay, let's do
The
it.
phrase is, hold on. But it sounds like, hold on.
Hold on. Let's say that again, very, very slowly. Hold on.
Hold on. Notice how your tongue moves.
Yeah.
The D is completely attached to the O, and then the word on glues to the word A. So the N sound jumps too.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, becomes nay.
So the whole thing becomes hold on.
Yes. Hold on a second.
Wow. Let's break that down into the 3 pieces we actually hear. Hold on, nah.
Will do now. Hold on a second.
That is wild.
It really is.
When a native speaker says this quickly, they just say, hold on a second. And if you are waiting to hear hold on a second, you will completely miss it. Your mind just goes totally blank.
Exactly. Because the consonants are jumping over the spaces, they are physically changing the beginnings of the next words to keep the air flowing.
Okay, so gluing and jumping letters, that explains a lot, but I feel like there's still a missing piece here. Yeah, because sometimes words don't just glue together. Sometimes I feel like words completely disappear.
You are right on target. This brings us to the second big trick from our sources.
Okay.
Gluing is only half the secret. The other reason fast English sounds so confusing is that some words actually change their physical shape entirely.
Change their shape.
Yeah. We call this the rule of small words.
Small words changing shape. How does that work?
Well, when people speak casually and they speak quickly, small words get shrunk. They become smaller.
Why?
Because of physiological laziness.
Mouth laziness.
Basically, yes.
So?
The mouth is lazy. It wants to maintain a smooth rhythm. Pronouncing every single letter takes muscle energy.
Right, it's tiring.
So native speakers just drop the hard sounds. Let's look at some specific examples. Think about the 2 words, going to, like I am going to the store.
Right. In real life, going to turns into gonna.
Gonna. Let's say that slowly. Gone.
Gonna.
Think about what happens in your mouth. To say going to, your tongue has to work hard to make that T sound.
Going to, yeah.
But for gonna, the word to completely disappears into the word going. It just becomes a soft, easy gonna.
Okay, here's another very common one. The words want to, like I want to eat.
Right. Want to turns into wanna.
Wanna. Let's sound that out together. Wanna.
Try saying want to correctly right now.
Want to.
Notice how your tongue has to hit the roof of your mouth behind your teeth.
Yeah, it does.
It hits it once for the T in want, Then you just stop the air. Then you hit it again for the T in two.
Not two. Yeah, it's actually kind of choppy. It takes effort.
It breaks the vocal rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And native speakers don't want to break the rhythm, so they just drop the wall completely. They just say wanna.
Wanna.
The air never stops flowing.
The word to just vanishes. It shrinks down, hides inside the word want, and becomes wanna.
Exactly. Now, here's a bigger one. 3 words this time. What do you think?
Oh, this one is huge.
Yeah.
What do you turns into whatcha?
Whatcha. Let's sound that out very carefully.
Okay.
Whatcha.
Whatcha. The words do and you mash together and turn into a cha sound. Whatcha. That's barely even English anymore.
I know, it sounds crazy. But it's all about the rhythm. So let's combine these shrinking words into one single ultimate test sentence.
Oh, boy.
This is where we bring it all together. If I look at a textbook, the sentence says, what do you want to do?
Okay.
6 separate words. I'm going to say them again slowly. What do you want to do?
But a native speaker will almost never say those 6 separate words.
Right.
They're going to use the shrinking rule and the gluing rule. They'll just say, what you want to do.
What you want to do. Let's practice that really, really slowly. We need to compare the paper English to the real life English.
Okay. The paper says, what do you? Real life says, whatcha?
Right. The paper says want to. Real life says wanna.
And the last word is just do.
So together, syllable by syllable, very slowly.
Let's do it.
What cha one not do.
Whatcha one not do? Whatcha wanna do?
It sounds like a completely different language, doesn't it?
It really does. I mean, if I am an English learner and I hear what whatcha wanna do, I'm going to think whatcha is a brand new vocabulary word that I forgot to study.
And that is the biggest takeaway here. If you expect every single word to be perfectly clear, if you wait for it to sound like a dictionary, you will always get stuck.
Right.
But once you realize why they do it, to keep the air flowing, and once you notice these small sound changes, it becomes super easy to catch the meaning.
It really tugs the pressure off. It's not that I don't know the vocabulary, it's just that the vocabulary is wearing a disguise.
That's a great way to put it.
It's hiding to keep the rhythm going.
Exactly.
So understanding these rules is great. It's really helpful. But how do we actually train our ears to hear this in real life?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Because when you're standing in a coffee shop, having a real conversation, you don't have time to think about train cars and cursive writing and sticky glue. You just need to understand immediately.
Our source has a brilliant practical solution for this. It is a daily practice called the 5-minute micro-listening trick.
Micro-listening. Micro means very, very small. But wait, just 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes.
That sounds way too short to actually learn anything. I mean, if I only practice for a few minutes, how am I going to understand a 20-minute conversation in the real world? Shouldn't I be watching full English movies?
That's a great question, but the answer is definitely no. You do not need to suffer through a full 2-hour movie.
Really?
In fact, trying to watch a 2-hour movie in a foreign language is exhausting. Quality is much more important than quantity here.
Okay, that makes sense.
After 10 minutes of a movie, your brain just gets tired, and you stop listening actively. You just let the noise wash over you.
Yeah, I can agree with that. A 2-hour movie is a massive wall of information. So what is the step-by-step guide for this micro-listening trick? How do we actually do it?
Step 1 is very simple. Pick a super short 10-second clip from a video.
Just 10 seconds.
Just 10 seconds. You can find a short YouTube video, an interview, or a tiny piece of a TV show. But just choose 10 seconds of someone speaking naturally. Now listen to that 10-second clip with your eyes completely closed.
Eyes closed, okay.
And absolutely no subtitles. Do not look at the screen.
Wait, what? No subtitles? If I can't understand what they're saying, shouldn't I read the words to help my brain figure it out?
Not for step 1. This is crucial. If you read the subtitles, your brain will automatically force you to hear the separate words.
Oh, I see.
Your brain will see the text, hold on a second, and it will override your ears. It will try to hear, hold on a second.
Because that's what the people says.
Exactly. You need to force your ears to hear the raw, messy, real sound, the hold on a second.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The text tricks the brain into hearing paper English. So step 1, eyes closed, listen to the 10 seconds raw, no subtitles. What is step 2?
Step 2. Open your eyes, turn on the subtitles, and act like a detective.
Act like a detective. So I'm looking for clues in the text.
Exactly. You are looking for the glue. You look at the written words on the screen, and you find exactly where the two words physically glue together.
Oh, okay.
You look for the consonants that are going to jump over the spaces. You look for the small words that are going to shrink into gonna or wanna. You mentally mark those spots.
Let me make sure I've got this. I'm looking at my 10 seconds of text. I find the word check and the word it. I say to myself, the K is going to jump forward.
Yeah.
I act like a detective and find all the hiding spots where the rhythm changes the words.
You find all the secrets in those 10 seconds. And then you move to step 3.
What's step 3?
Step 3 is close your eyes and listen one more time. Listen to the exact same 10-second clip again.
And what happens when I listen this final time?
It's basically magic.
Really?
Yeah. Because you play detective, your brain now knows exactly what to listen for. You will suddenly hear every single hidden sound. You'll hear the glue. You'll hear the jumping letters. What sounded like fast gibberish before will suddenly sound perfectly clear. You will hear "check it out," and you will know instantly what it means without searching your mental dictionary for a missing word.
That is so powerful. Just 10 seconds, you find the glue, you listen again, and suddenly the gibberish becomes clear English.
And you only need to do this for 5 minutes a day.
5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes of focused micro-listening will completely retrain your ears over time. It literally rewires how your brain processes spoken sounds.
This is such good news. I mean, to everyone listening right now, stop beating yourselves up.
Yes, please.
Stop feeling bad about your listening skills. Your English isn't bad. You know the words.
You do.
Your ears just need a little bit of targeted training to hear the glue.
That is the perfect way to summarize it. You already have the vocabulary built up. You just need to learn how those words physically stick together in the real world to keep the breath moving.
So please, try this 10-second micro-listening trick today. Find a short video clip. Close your eyes. Be a detective. You are going to be amazed at how quickly your ears adapt.
Absolutely.
But before we finish up today, there's one more thing to consider.
Yes. I want to leave everyone with a final lingering question to think about on your own time. We just spent this whole deep dive talking about how native English speakers glue their words together, right?
All right.
And how it tricks the ears of people learning the language.
Yeah, it feels like a very unique English problem when you're struggling with it.
But think about this. If practicing with just a 10-second clip can completely change how you hear English, well, I wonder what happens if you go back and listen to your own native language very, very carefully.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Will you suddenly notice how much you are gluing your own words together?
Probably.
Will you notice how many sounds you are dropping without even realizing it?
Right.
You might be speaking gibberish to someone else right now.